Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, which is all about mental health awareness and wellness. Now, as you can see, I am outdoors. So as I had promised, I will be sharing stories for people around the mental health industry, and I am here at Infinite Hope Rehabilitation Center. It is in Kitengela, a place called Muigai Estate. Now come along, we learn some more about this place. Hi. Good to see you too. How have you been?
I've been good.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So here we are. Tell us about Infinite Hope. I've told my people that this is a rehabilitation center. Maybe you can tell us more about what is it that you do. How long have you been here?
Infinite Hope is a rehab center for people with substance use disorder. It started operations from August 5th, 2021. We've been here for close to 8 months now, and counting on. We've had a number of clients who walked through the doors and went away, changed and with more motivation to life than they had when coming to Infinite Hope. Infinite Hope ideally deals with, gives a conducive environment for change to occur, and also empowers the individual to realize their strengths and work on into becoming more productive and responsible members of the society.
That is very good to hear. And you haven't told us about one fact that you are also in recovery. Maybe share a little bit about that and what inspired starting the Infinite Hope.
I've had a number of years struggling with substance use, alcohol, marijuana, and life has not been a smooth run. It went to a level where I felt the need for life itself was becoming kind of not conducive. I was losing it, actually, to be precise. And from that came the idea that if I can get well, then many people who are written off by their families and the society can also be empowered through my influence, and maybe from sharing my own experience into the addiction will give them a chance to understand themselves better and become better versions of themselves. Actually, I normally say, I just want you to be a better version of yourself.
Still you, but a better version. All right, that is very good to hear. So maybe you can tell us more about this place. You can take us for a tour. I know so many people, you find them saying, oh, I will not take my people to the rehab because they relapse. Those are stories that we have heard, but Abdullahi is one good example that you can get better.
This is the reception area where you'll find the person on duty. You'll take details of you and welcome you to the center and actually give you an idea of what happens in this place for the duration of your stay.
Mambo, what is your name?
My name is Maryanne.
Nice to meet you. Okay. So maybe you can tell us, what do you do at Infinite Hope as a psychiatric nurse?
Okay, for me, I do the general nursing.
General nurses wanafanyanga nini?
So when the patient comes in, we check the full history of the client. Then basically the first, the initial evaluation, we do some tests. Then admissions for further management of the facility.
Okay. All right, thank you so much.
We proceed to the house. I show you the living room, the rooms the clients stay in. But we don't have to see the face of the client.
Yes, I understand confidentiality.
This is the stair landing as we proceed to the sitting room. Welcome to the sitting room. This is the sitting area where we normally have watching space, TV. Have a seat. Welcome.
Thank you.
This is where we normally have our sessions, and at the end of the day, it becomes the place where people recollect and watch TV. If they have something to talk about, they also talk in this space. Yes.
I see you even have a book.
There's a bookshelf with a number of books. We also have chess where people can play chess. We have chess game. We have other
This is so interesting. It means that rehab is not so boring.
No, actually, the idea of it is to have a home environment for recovery.
Yeah.
And people feel rehab is for people who have mental health issues or people who are crazy.
Yeah.
That for me is not what it is. If we can beat that myth that rehab is a prison kind of like of environment, then we can go a long way in helping people overcome their substances, problem with substances, or problem drinking also.
Yeah. That is very true. Actually, most people usually say that rehabs are a kind of a prison, or you have been locked there, you don't want to be there. We even see people actually trying to run away. I don't know if you have had such an experience.
I haven't had such an experience, but once in a while someone will tell you, I feel like going away, this place is becoming boring.
Yeah.
But we haven't met such a scenario.
That is very
But that
good.
is something we
It
also
happens.
ready, and it can happen.
Yeah.
But from the kind of admission that we do, we kind of first get consent from the client, and that is how we normally ask individual, do you want to go on with this process? This is what we do, this is how we do it. Are you going to be comfortable with these conditions? Will you want to continue with your treatment? They will end up accepting the situation and move on forward. The indifferent clients can also be given a chance to rediscover themselves and their lives.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing that. So maybe we can proceed to the other rooms. Okay.
Yes. Okay. I hope the kitchen people are
labda
ready.
Umetutayarishia chai.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the tea.
Yeah.
This is the kitchen. Yes.
Very nice. Very big as well.
Yes, special.
Do clients maybe get to eat, to cook for themselves?
Clients actually cook on Sundays. They do their own meals. And if mostly we encourage people to take responsibility without assigning responsibility. So we kind of ask people to do what they like. For example, someone likes cooking, go ahead and help in the cooking. It doesn't do any damage. For start, this is now the supper is being cooked.
What is for dinner today? Pilau maybe?
Let me check.
You're not sure?
I can see there's minji there. So definitely it's something
So how
tasty.
does their menu look like?
For the menu, there's meat in one meal. Liver, normal meat, matumbo, fish, or even omena. At least it's a menu which has different kind of balance. And we make sure that there's enough protein during the day, enough carbohydrates, enough vitamins. We provide a fruit along a breakfast or lunch at least a day.
Okay, so at least people don't really get to starve.
Yes.
Or like high school, I remember the way we used to really look forward to maybe visiting so that we get different
One
meals.
of the people who came here had told me that he had been to rehab once and absconded. So he compared the kind of food that he was getting to say that the food is okay for me.
That is very good.
Which is a good indicator. I believe with the right food, individuals are able to recover, because with substance abuse, there is neglect in terms of the levels of food intake. There's a lot
some don't have appetite.
Some don't have appetite. Some don't even have the time to eat. Yes.
And actually, things like alcohol damage the body, the liver, and the like. So it is very good to replenish those nutrients.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We can move on up the rooms. Most of the living rooms are upstairs.
The bedrooms?
The bedrooms are upstairs.
Okay.
This is a 5-bedroom house and a study room. So
you have 5 bedrooms?
Yes. Wow. Most of the rooms have single beds. In terms of providing clients with good living quarters. And,
not like a boarding room.
No, but there's a room they share. When you enter, you share, then we process you as you go further. We can start with the room on this side.
Okay.
This is how a room looks like.
Very nice.
One
And
bed.
Very big as well.
Yeah, the beds are like this. I think you can have a feel of
the mattress.
the mattress. It's firm.
Okay. Yeah. Very good quality. Not like those thin ones in the high school.
No, if you can't get good sleep, then it becomes difficult. Your thoughts, the whole day you'll be tired. And, mostly, I think with a good night's rest comes a very energetic day, an active mind in the morning.
And maybe as we go to the other rooms, maybe you can share with us. I know one of the maybe let's say symptoms of poor mental health is usually lack of sleep. So maybe if you get a client who has trouble sleeping, how do you help them, and how do they get to maybe get good sleep?
We have we work alongside doctors and psychiatric practitioners, and initial stages of detox, we provide assistance in terms of people who have trouble sleeping. Coming back from addiction, individuals normally have a problem with sleep in the first few days. So they are given medication, but prescribed and for a short duration, so that the body can restructure itself.
Because I understand that most people also can get addicted to prescription pills.
Actually, you'll find most of the people will ask for prescription medication as a way out. So we do not want to get someone from one form of addiction to another. It will be a problem getting from one problem to another problem.
Okay, so this seems like a bigger room.
Yes,
it has 3 beds.
It has 3 beds. For now, one of the beds is occupied. That's why the rest are not occupied. We normally
one of the interesting things that we haven't shared is actually they have very huge closet and also a mirror. So maybe if I may ask, do you host just males or even females?
For now, the 5 rooms are sufficient enough for male clients.
But so what's your capacity?
Capacity of, due to the fact that we have put most of the rooms to be single, the capacity for now is 8 clients, which is a good population. We do not want to congest the place, nor make it look crowded. With many people, the interaction with the counselors and quality of service degenerates. Quality of service will degenerate. This is also one of the rooms which have single bed.
Very lovely.
Yes. This is one of the rooms. It has a single bed, and I think for someone to feel at home, you need to give that person something close to home.
To home,
Yes, your own room, the closet, so that you don't feel patronized all the time. And, the levels of supervision, we normally put responsibility on the clients for most of the details in their day-to-day activity at the center.
Actually, you can share about that. Maybe what do they do since morning to evening?
After waking up, the ill individuals are requested or asked to make their bed, wash up, clean up, go down for breakfast, and from there move on to the next program of the day, which is the morning meditation. Yes. So what it means is, if you make someone responsible for their actions, they feel appreciated, and they also feel they can do something. Not like. And with addiction, if you treat people like grown-ups, then they will always behave like grown-ups.
So it is very interesting to see your place, Abdullahi. Finally, I get to see it, and also people can actually see what goes around in rehab centers. So maybe if I may ask, and this is a question that people keep asking me all the time, why would I take my loved one to a rehab? And I remember, I don't know who went to rehab and they relapsed. So what is it that you're doing differently to make sure that this doesn't happen?
For us, we do a lot of information gathering during the intake. We look at the underlying issues of the addiction, and we empower the person to make good decisions about their actions. The thing is, most people, and I've also had conversations with people in treatment facilities. The mere fact that you put someone out of interaction with drugs and substances does not safeguard them from picking up. What is of importance is letting that person know their triggers, letting that person understand themselves to be able to live in an environment and not be moved by that environment to substance use. Understand what is the factor behind the addiction, the underlying issue of the addiction.
Yeah.
And we spend a lot of time in now identifying the underlying issues and also looking at the strengths of the individual. The disconnect in treatment, as far as I've seen, is the fact that people get well within the confines of the rehab center.
Yes, but when they get
out, there is no material benefit in terms of what do you expect this individual to do.
Yeah.
You move them out of the addiction. All they have known their lives is to be on a substance, to overcome issues, with challenges.
Yeah.
So what have you taught them? What of their strengths have you empowered them to use, even to earn an income? Because at the back of it, addiction is as a result of either challenges in terms of finances, maybe peer pressure, boredom. So if you don't look at the underlying issue, people are bound to relapse. We also run through relapse prevention program the third month. Ideally, we look at what causes the individual to, what are the triggers of this individual. I help the individual identify their personal triggers. Give them coping skills for their own triggers, because each individual is unique. Each individual addiction is unique. And each coping mechanism works differently for each different person. So we look at the individual strengths, we look also at their weaknesses and turn them into strengths, and come up with a comprehensive exit plan. That is what I believe.
They don't just go and sit around at home.
This is what the gap that was, and that is the gap that we are covering at Infinite Hope. So that by the time you go out, you know exactly where you're going, what you're going to do, and how you will go about doing all that.
Okay. Now, as we conclude, what are the challenges and also what do you love about being an owner of a rehab?
I've worked in rehab centers, and ideally what you do is do your sessions, go home and rest. But for now, there's the decision making. I have to be able to make a decision. How do I go about this? There's a crisis. How do I solve this crisis? I must be able to also learn problem solving skills. And the biggest challenge for me now is how can I consistently keep on empowering clients? How do I also impart in their lives without looking at the shortfalls that come along? Of course, it's a dynamic field, and the clientele seeking is different for each rehab. But for Infinite Hope, my biggest concern is what do I input into the individual? People talk about rehab as money minting systems, and that is the narrative that I want to change into. This is a place to empower people overcome their addictions.
There you have it, guys. From someone who owns a rehab, from someone who has gone through addiction and is helping people. So I hope that you get inspired, especially when you have a loved one or when you have an issue with an addiction. There is hope, and this is what can come out of that. Thank you so much for joining me for this video, and if you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, share, comment,